بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Continuation of Partnership Accounting 2 Lecture 3 دكتور فؤاد الليثى. Please review firstly previous lectures. For the previous lectures number 1 and 2 and the lecture of the tutor. Model answer for questions on page number 70. Question 1. EA 17. Solution for EA 17. Please look at the formula for computing free cash flow middle of page 59 of your textbook. The formula is as follows. Free cash flow equals to cash flow from operating activities minus cash planned for capital expenditures minus cash dividends. Of course, the plus because there is a bracket. In figures, free cash flow equals cash flow from operating 100 minus cash planned for capital expenditures 20 and cash dividend 22,500. That means the final result is free cash flow equals to 57,500. B. Cash flow to sales ratio. If you read the theoretical part of the text, you will find the formula is free cash flow divided by sales revenue plus 100. This is the equation for the cash flow to sales ratio. The numerator 57,500. That is free cash flow. Sales revenue is 221,000. 221,000. The result is that cash flow to sales ratio is 26.01. What does this mean? This means that for each $100 for sales revenue, there is in the company free cash flow of $26.01. Last equation is cash flow to assets ratio. Formula equals to free cash flow in the numerator divided by total assets times 100. If you plug the figures in the equation, you are going to get a 19% result for cash flow to assets ratio. What does it mean? It means for each $100 of assets of the company, there is a free cash flow available of $57.05. $57.50. Again, for each $100 of sales of assets, the company has free cash flow of $19. You can now solve questions EA 14, EA 15, EA 16 on your book, page 70, by yourself, depending on your understanding of the above examples. Question 3. The following are two assets and two liabilities balances of X company at the end of 2018 and 2019. You are required to compute the changes in each and the place and amount that it should be placed in the cash flow statement for 2019. This is the preliminary exercise for solving the operating portion of the cash flow, the first part of the cash flow. The following questions in assets and liabilities and equity. The amounts are displayed: land and the trucks as assets, dividends payable and common stock in liabilities and equity. In any cash flow statement, you are going to have the first two figures column, 2018 and 2019. The first step in solving cash flow statement is to get the change. At the beginning of 2019, you do have 215,000 lands. At the end of 2019, you do have 230. That means there is an increased change of 15, positive. For the trucks, you have negative 50,000. That means you have sold some of the trucks. These two assets. For the liabilities and equity, for dividends payable, there is a decrease of 16,000. That means this amount has been paid actually to the stockholders. Common stock, it was 500, it comes to be 650. That means there is an increase of 150,000 in the common stock. Now we have a question. These changes, how you can put them in the cash flow statement? In which location? In operating or investing or financing? And what would be the sign, plus or minus? For changes in assets and liabilities and equity, there is a preliminary step that should be done before going to the cash flow statement. This table has 3 columns. The first one, amount unsigned, justification, section in cash flow statement. Land, there is a decrease in cash. That means we have bought cash investment, land investment for 15,000. For the truck, there is an increase in cash that we have sold trucks for 50,000, representing increase in cash. Both these two items are assets. Accounts payable, the balances has been decreased during the year for 16,000 because we have paid for the creditors amount of 16,000, accompanied by decrease in cash. Accounts payable change should be posted in cash flow statement, operating section, the first section. Common stock, there is additional common stock happened. That means increase in common stock for 150,000, increase in cash. Common stock change should be placed positive in financing section. Thank you.